So my interest in strategic communication really comes from an interest in diplomacy. For me, diplomats are communicators at their core. Everything they do has some kind of communicative value, and that's how I got interested in strategic communication. At the same time, there's been a trend within diplomacy to work more with the general public and to create campaigns that have a public impact, while also impacting on organisations and other governments, and I find that particular area very interesting. The Department of Strategic Communication at Lund has a very strong reputation, particularly in Sweden, but also internationally. So, as my interests have developed more towards the area of strategic communication, it seemed like an obvious choice to me. Um, One of the things that also interests me greatly about this department is not just that it's at a very prestigious university and a very old university, but also that it's kind of an upstart department. We broke away from the traditional media studies department, and there's something kind of exciting and new about that. And I think it gives us a great opportunity to really drive forward the strategic communication agenda and bring in lots of different areas of strategic communication under one umbrella. Well, I've worked at the department for nearly a year now, and it's a very young department. We have very talented, very engaged students. We have a faculty that are experts in many different areas of strategic communication, and it's very interesting to hear and think about how everybody's different competencies can come together to lift the department and lift everybody else's knowledge. Strategic communication is at the centre of lots of different subfields and subdisciplines, and um, the one of the really interesting things of working here is seeing how we can bring together that knowledge and make something more of it, turn it into something that can benefit the students in their education, can benefit our research and academia in general, but also society. The last two projects that I finished are a book on British public diplomacy, which follows the Foreign Office, the British Council and the BBC World Service over the last 20 years, and looks at how public engagement and the strategic communication work has developed during that time. In 1995, the Foreign Office created its first website, and that was the first move towards digitisation and genuine public outreach by the Foreign Office in the modern period. So tracing what happened as a consequence of that is quite an interesting story. So that book came out about a month ago in November 2016. I also have a special issue of the journal Place Branding and Public Diplomacy, which focuses on the Nordic region. And in that, there are about 15 or 16 articles from scholars based in the region and from practitioners. I think we cover every single country in the Nordic region, and it's a fascinating collection of case studies, examples of why the Nordic region really is one of the leading regions for particularly place branding and nation branding.